Hello royals, nice to see you here again. This is your regular source of royal news and analysis. But before we start, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to receive the earliest notification. Kate Middleton and Prince William put their hands around each other in a rare PDA during Buckingham Palace reception to mark South Korean president's state visit. Prince William was spotted putting a reassuring arm around his wife Kate during a reception at Buckingham Palace this afternoon. The Prince and Princess of Wales, who rarely show public displays of affection, couldn't resist cozying up to each other after Kate let her hair down at the royal residence. The pair appeared loved up. During the lavish reception to welcome President Jung-sook and First Lady Kim Ki-hee of South Korea in London, William was seen placing his hand on his wife's lower back, and Kate reciprocated the sweet gesture by placing her hand on her husband's back before holding his hand. The royal couple, who appeared relaxed, walked through the room full of dignitaries hand in hand. Kate, who earlier in the day wore her hair up in a sleek bun under a hat by Jane Taylor, let down her brunette locks and they fell in loose curls down her shoulders as she cut a more relaxed figure. The princess looked chic in a 3,000-pound caped red coat from Catherine Walker and John Vito Rossi shoes. To add a further glamour to the look, Kate sported a pair of Princess Diana's sapphire and diamond oval drop earrings. The royal has worn a similar coat dress on many occasions, including during her Christmas Carol concert at Westminster Abbey in 2021. She wore a black version of the same dress to Prince Philip's funeral. The shoes are also a firm favorite of Kate's, with her owning the heels in at least 6 colors. Earlier in the day, Kate and William traveled with Mr. Yoon and Mrs. Kim to a Horse Guards Parade ceremonial welcome, where the King and Queen were waiting. Charles and Camilla took their place standing on the royal pavilion around midday and briefly greeted Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Foreign Secretary Lord David Cameron, Home Secretary James Cleverly and the Defense Chiefs of Staff. Camilla wore a blue dress and coat by Anna Valentine, hat with loose feathers by Philip Tracy and a sapphire and diamond brooch which belonged to Queen Mary. Nearby was the sovereign's escort of the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, the Life Guards and the Blues and Royals, commanded by Major Edward van der Land. A guard of honor, formed by F Company Scots Guards, gave a royal salute amid traditional pomp and pageantry, and the King and Mr. Yoon inspected the troops. Members of the Scots Guards were recently deployed to South Korea where they were training troops. Mr. Yoon walked past the 2 ranks of guardsmen, casting his eye over the servicemen before returning to the royal pavilion with the King. The VIP visitors were greeted by their majesties as the national anthem of Korea was played and a volley of ceremonial salutes could be heard ringing out across the capital. Major James Drummond Moray marched forwards and presented his guard of honor to the Korean president and invited both himself and the King to inspect it. The royals and their guests then departed in a procession of carriages. The King and President riding in the Irish state coach, while the Australian state coach contained the Queen and First Lady. The Prince and Princess of Wales rode in the Scottish state coach with His Excellency Chu Kyung-go, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Economy and Finance. Other senior officials followed in a string of semi-state landaus. At Buckingham Palace, a guard of honor, found by 1st Battalion Welsh Guards, with the King's colour, under the command of Major Andrew Campbell, Welsh Guards, with the band of the regiment, took position in the quadrangle to greet the carriages, as well as a dismounted detachment of household cavalry in the grand entrance. As the parties arrived, the guard of honor received their majesties, their excellencies and their royal highnesses with a royal salute, while the band played the Korean and British national anthems. 170 guests will gather for the banquet, customarily a white tie and tiara affair, in the opulent palace ballroom. The King and Queen are expected to be joined other members of the royal family. While Charles and Mr. Yoon will make speeches, foreign secretaries are also usually invited, meaning the newly appointed Lord Cameron of Chipping Norton is likely to make a return to dining at the royal residence. Harking back to the days when he was Prime Minister, Mr. Yoon, 62, is a known fan of karaoke and in April belted out a verse of one of his favorite songs, American Pie, at a White House dinner at the request of President Joe Biden during a state visit to the U.S. Mr. Yoon and Mrs. Kim made a low-key arrival at Stansted Airport on Monday. So what do you think about this news, guys? Thank you for tuning in to today's discussion. As always, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned for more updates on the intriguing world of royalty. Until then, thank for watching. We'll see you again with some more fascinating news about the royal family. Thank you.